Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's career mode. We're on episode 44. We're into the national championships, beginning with the individual time trials. The first one up is Croatia, and we have a very interesting setup for this. 27.6 kilometers. That part's not interesting. Generally flat. That's all standard run-of-the-mill kind of stuff. But what we do have for this lengthy time trial is I have 3 riders here out of 4 that are partaking in this event. So 3 out of the 4 riders that are participating are my guys. The favorite, not any of my guys. Now, 2 of these guys, Morenzi and Arnautovic, are probably too weak. The one guy who has a chance is Jurcevic, and Jurcevic ends up on a -2. So Jurcevic is the only one that could actually challenge properly, unless this guy really screws up, has poor race day condition. I mean, it is pouring here as Morenzi makes the first turn and rides right through the fence posts. Hopefully he didn't get taken out by the barbed wire. You know, I think right now we can actually push harder than what we are because they seem to be a little bit more left in the tank. So we're going to try a 78, see how that does. If we can manage the effort just right, you never know, right? Maybe we can outride this guy and take the victory that way. Maybe he's got poor race day condition. We can take the victory that way. Otherwise, we're destined to getting 2 riders on the podium and a 3rd rider in the top 5 for this race. Quite literally, because there's literally only 4 riders here, and we're likely to be losing this thing. Okay, Arnautovic crosses the line on exact same time as Morenzi. Looking at them, they are 58 time trial and 62 resistance, 65. So Arnautovic could go that little bit harder. Jurcevic, the 78, is actually holding up. He takes over the lead. But he is not wearing the number 1 jersey. He's 22 seconds ahead of his teammates. So that just goes to show, even with the negative race day condition, just how much better placed he is. Can we get away with an 80, or is the 79 going to be the way to go from here on out? We'll try 80 and just keep an eye on it. I mean, red bars, no threat. We're able to make a little bit harder push towards the end like this, but consistency is where the best time is. Jurcevic, 2 seconds down on Hamadovic. So that does mean we have a shot at this thing. So just 2 seconds behind is all, and we're definitely going faster as we approach the next sector. Arnautovic, slowest of all, but what's the time going to be? What's the time as we hit the second time check? Does he move into the lead? He does. He is ever so slightly ahead of his teammate. Jurcevic, this is the one we're watching for, though. He was 2 seconds behind. Now, yes, he is. He is now 50 seconds. These guys still within 1 second of each other. And you can see that 80 is definitely going a little harder than what we can muster. 79 seconds seems to be Hamadovic, now 22 seconds ahead. He's pulling away. It looks like he does not have a negative race day condition. Our hopes and dreams are fading. They are fading. It looks like we are destined for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's not over yet. Getting close to the end. Last little hill. And Morenzi's through it. He's now slightly into the negative, but I think he'll just about make the finish line like this. Okay, and we need to speed up just a little bit more for Jurcevic. Final kilometer. Morenzi pushing it out. Okay, he'll cross the line. Arnautovic into that final kilometer can really start pushing it out a little bit more. Coming up to the line. And he'll take the lead at the finish line. Let's go ahead and bump this up. Yeah, 3 seconds clear now. Oh, Jurcevic already 500 meters because he was coming in faster 99. 99. Come on. Finish strong. Minute 15 clear of Arnautovic, but how does he do compared to Hamadovic? I'm guessing he'll be a half minute down or more. 20 seconds. He got within 20 seconds, but couldn't overtake him. Too much of a gap. No surprise there, but that's it. That's it. We lose. One opponent, but he was a favorite. It's hard with these individual time trials. Your skill is your skill. Now, if Jurcevic had a 0 race day condition, that might have been enough. We might have been able to win today, but we finished 20 seconds down. On to Eritrea. I have 2 riders here, 6 riders competing, and all 6 of them are pretty dang close to one another in terms of ability. Molebron is the weakest of the 6. Debussy, pretty close to being up there. Now, last time, right, we just did a similar length to this, and so I think we can get away with an 80 or 81 throughout this race. So we'll try 81 for a little bit, see how that does. -1 for Molebron. That's not a good start. You can see he's already a little bit below, so we'll back off to an 80. Debussy, we'll see. What can he do? What can he do? He's got +1s. He's supposed to have a +2 race day condition. He is on a fitness peak, but it looks like he's on a 0 with just the high fitness level. So a -2 draw for him. Unfortunate on that part, but he at least does have a +1 on the time trial. And 66 resistance. Looks like 80 can just about make it, though there's 2 climbs. We might need to go 79 on this one. So we've gone strong. We need to save some for the 2 climbs to come. Speaking of climbs, 65, 66 mountain ratings for these 2. Not great. And this is where they're going to lose a little bit of time compared to the others, as there's definitely some stronger climbers than Molebron and Debussy in Eritrea. So Molebron hits the top of the first climb. You can see just how much damage it has done. I think we need to back off a little bit with Debussy to make sure we have enough to get to the finish. Okay, setting up first time check now. Molebron, first one there. 21 minutes, 37 seconds. We're going to go over the descent. This is where you recover, but then you've got to climb again. You do not get a recovery the second time. Okay, that is Debussy, but it is Jakob's brother. Molebron is in the lead right now by 12 seconds as we hit the second one. Benyam Gourmet goes into the lead by a full half minute, though, as Molebron begins climb number 2. And you can see he is definitely starting from behind. Debussy hits the first time check. Second. 4 seconds down. 4 seconds behind. He's going to be in a little bit better shape than Molebron, I think, as we approach the finish. Molebron, we've got to get over this climb at least with something left in the tank, and it's getting awfully close on that. The expected for these 2 was a +2. We end up with a -1, so it's a -3 draw on these guys. And as we approach the line, you can see Molebron pushing for that line. And he's going to cross the line. That was a pretty solid ride. That was a good ride. So let's go ahead and focus on Debussy. Debussy nearly to the top, and I think we can push an 82 now. Kudus goes to the top. So Debussy, that's your 6 riders. Gabretskabir goes 5th. So Debussy is 3rd, just 10 seconds down at the time check. Debussy, this is not going to be easy. This is definitely not going to be easy. At the finish line, Molebron is now slowest. 900 meters. Debussy. Okay, attack from here, 99. Last little uphill section, and then push for the line, 3rd. 55 seconds down. His brother actually beats him by 4 seconds. He's going to slip off the podium here. It will be a top 5, though. Ouch. We end up the 2 slowest riders, 5th and 6th. At least we got a top 5 and a top 10, but no victory today. It's close, but all of those guys being better climbers hurt us on those 2 climbs. We were in good shape until we hit those climbs, and then we definitely lost some time. And it's another nation with 6 riders. It's the Latvian National Championships, and Pluto sets off first. This time, six riders in the nation, but I have 4 of them instead of just 2. So we now have the majority. That means we're guaranteed a podium, but will it be third step only and take third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, or can we do one better? Kalnins is, I think, the weak man here. He's a 61 overall. Pluto actually would be, but he's on excellent form today, and I expect him to do pretty well. Igashin is the next one, and Igashin is, well, kind of weak, but he's on a positive +3 race day condition, so that is helpful. Berlikov, this is how weak we are, that we are literally the first 4 riders to go, where it's reverse otherwise. Berlikov on a fitness peak and objective should have a +3. The one guy who had a shot at some sort of result today ends up on a 0 race day condition. So where Pluto and Igashin did get good results, which I think 3 of these guys are on fitness peaks anyway, so we were expecting some really solid, +7 as a group, and we only end up on +5, and most of that because Berlikov drew a -3. So ouch on that part. Really ouch on that part. That hurts us a lot. Pluto 5 seconds ahead of Kalnins, and then Igashin is coming up on that line now. Igashin going just ever so slightly too hard, but I think he'll be okay. Kalnins could almost even push out a 79 himself. We'll give it a shot anyway. Berlikov, it's going to hurt him. Igashin is on top. Berlikov only 8 seconds ahead of him, and he should definitely be doing better than that because Tom Scoins goes clear. He's similar, 68. Nealon's is the favorite, but he's got that big resistance boost, and you can see how those 2 are ahead of us. And it looks like, anyway, they have drawn better race day conditions than what we have. Otherwise, we would not be a half minute down. We've done what we can at that point. And Berlikov barely ahead of his teammates and behind the other guys, but not making any mistakes. So at the moment, it's looking like we're going to repeat what we did in Eritrea, as in we're going to bring up the rear, take the final positions. And actually, that's what we've done in each race so far, isn't it? We're going to be 3 for 3 as losers without actually messing anything up. Okay. Looks like we can push this out a little harder towards the end. Igashin, actually, even harder than that. Let's go 81. Berlikov. Let's go 82. Can we make up some time? Be aggressive. I mean, what do we have to lose? We're going to be last place. And we're kind of looking like last place is coming. So Pluto attacking to the end. That'll put him into the lead. We're at 2K to go for Kalnins. Let's push this out. 87. Igashin, 2.5. Go 84. Same for Berlikov. In fact, let's go 85 for him. See what happens. Doesn't hurt to try. Does not hurt to try. 1K to go. Coming up on the finish. Kalnins, 500 meters. 99 the rest of the way. Okay, let's start comparing times at the end. Right now we are the slowest. We're 26 seconds down to these guys. Pluto, 13 seconds up on Igashin. On Kalnins. Igashin, meanwhile, already 500 meters to go to the finish. Let's get him going 99 and then focus on Berlikov, who at 1.7K to go can definitely push hard this final kilometer. Okay, now 99, make up whatever time he can. Okay, so he's 26 seconds up on Igashin. Let's see, how bad is it? He was only 8 seconds clear, and he's opened that up quite a bit. So he didn't just double it, he went quite a bit more. But I think our times are kind of consistent here, similar. I don't expect... Scoins, though. Scoins is a little ways back. How did we do? Nope. 16 seconds down. Nealon's is probably going to go straight to the top, and it is going to end up being. It's a good ride, but it's not enough. If the race... 1 second. Oh my gosh, we were only 18 seconds down. I mean, right there. right there. Burlikov, +1. +1 might have been enough. +2 almost certainly would have. And the +3 that was expected for the day, he would have won. He would have won. Unlucky on the draw. That's 3 races, and we have brought up the rear in all 3. Now, we've been in the position we belong in. We haven't made any mistakes, but man, oh man, just frustrating to be right there and not be able to overcome it. Here we go again, but this time I'm actually the favorite. Let's see if we can pull it off. Can we finally finish off the bottom? Can we finally claim a victory in the national championships? Gonzalez Albiol is the one who is here. It's Venezuela, and it's a climb, and it's a big climb. So this is going to be hard to manage. If I quick simmed, it would have almost certainly been that victory, but I mean, come on. We need a win. We need to earn a win. Gonzalez Albiol, we'll see what he can do. It's only 12.5K, but it's uphill. He's 76 mountains, 75 time trial. He absolutely has the kind of condition necessary to pull this off. As he begins the climb, we will quickly adjust to whatever we need to. This is the steepest part of the climb, though, and that actually wasn't doing much damage. So let's go ahead and push hard as we go over the top here. It's going to use up a lot of energy, but he's going to make up a ton of time on the climb itself. There you go. Little descent coming. That's going to allow him to recover slightly. That red bar, but not the yellow. But now we push into yellow bar territory again. And we'll try to manage this tempo using both yellow and red bar along the way here. So far, so good. Oh, wow. We're catching all 3 of them. We are catching all 3 of them at this point. We got to go a little softer, though, as we definitely, red bar-wise, have used up a lot of energy here. Can't go too deep. But the easy thing with that is you just back off to an 84 when the time comes. We're catching them. We're catching them. Go to an 85. There's just a little descent here. Okay, go to an 84 and recover slightly. That is Delgado that we are catching. Okay, final push, 2.5K. Back to an 86. I love this new system. I've said this before, but I absolutely love what they've done with time trialing this year. This is one of the best PCM upgrades they've made in a very, very long time. All right, we did it. And we've already done it. Not all the riders have crossed the line because Delgado had not. Only by 10 seconds, though. That was awfully close. Olar was pretty dang good. And that was definitely not with any mistakes. Yellow bar was very low, and red bar was at 4%, 3% at the end. So we used all the energy we could possibly use. Olar just had a fantastic ride to be really close because we were definitely favored over him. He must have had excellent race day condition. He's not bad. Climbing wise, time trial wise, I mean, he's going to put in a decent time, but we should have beat him by a bit more. I mean, we should have beat him by a half minute or more. So yeah, I think with QuickSim it would have been even more comfortable, and yet that was not with any mistakes. That was a good ride. Yet another race with exactly 6 participants. Hungarian National Championships now. I only have 1 rider this time, and he is picked to finish in last. But I'm looking at the profile going, you know what? I think there's a shot. Of not finishing in last, but a -2 race day condition for this 15 kilometer course is really going to hurt our chances of not finishing in last place. So good luck to me. We'll see what we can do. 84 seems to be a pretty good tempo right now as it's just behind, but we'll get that red bar to push out as well. A little bit of a hill climb through here, and this is where I think we can kind of make up some time. fact, we're going to push out the 85 for a little bit because we have a little bit of descending on this one, so I think we can get away with going a little harder. But here we go. Here's the biggest climb of the day. 55 seconds down at the first time check, but are we ahead of anyone? So far, no. Federer is just a few seconds ahead. Okay, pushing it out. He is last place, but he's only a minute down on the overall. So what can we do with the finish? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Second so far. It's still a minute down, though. Still a minute down. Nope. I think Federer was our best chance of beating anybody. Yep, last place. Last place. The -2 doomed me. Otherwise, I bet you we would have been 4th. I think Dina and Federer were beatable. Half a minute. Positive race day condition. Possibly a 0 may have been enough to do that, or at least 5th. But he'll actually still feel okay because he comes out of that one with a top 10. Financially, so far we've brought in about 4,000 already from this, from just a handful of races. So that's going to really help. I have not quick simmed any of them yet. We still have quite a few nations to get through. I don't know how many I'll be partaking in, as you know, majority of these are 1 or 2 riders with no doubt kind of situations. It's just been interesting to either try to overcome no doubt situations or somewhat close where you have a shot, and we've gone for those, but so far has not paid off on that part. But we did get the one win where we should get the win. I guess that counts. So it certainly hasn't been bad. It's just, you know, we've tried to overcome the odds, and so far the odds have played out exactly as expected. I've got some more time trials to get through. I may get 1 or 2 of those into our next episode, but otherwise that's going to do it for this one. And then definitely, regardless of those individual time trials, we'll begin road races at some point, either at the beginning or in the middle of that next episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.